Next is from Hester. How can I imagine working for the BBC when I don't have a clue yet what I will be doing? Just a strong knowing that I'm working there, if that makes sense.
Cool, that's good.
Okay.
So we'll stop there. Ready?
Okay.
Here's what's really cool. So what would imply your works there? One of the things that Victoria and I see all the time is people trying to imagine the wish, right?
Yeah.
So if you've never kissed a girl, how do you imagine kissing a girl, right? If you've never been a millionaire, how do you imagine being a millionaire?
Yeah.
You imagine something that follows, right? So yesterday, I'm at the pool, and I'm chatting with lifeguard Lucas, who's this lovely fella. He's got long dreadlock hair. He says dude a lot. He's going to a concert on the other side of Australia because he clicked the wrong button when he made the reservations. Lovely friend of mine.
Yeah.
And he loves eating flesh. And so I said to lifeguard Lucas, what's your favorite flesh to eat? And he says, lamb cutlets, the ones with the bone and so on. And so right then and there, while I'm talking with lifeguard Lucas, I experience a desire for lamb cutlets. And I immediately move into the yum I experience whenever I rip that flesh off the bone, and I can just feel the stuff dribbling down my chin at lunchtime, right?
Yeah.
And so what happens is we go to the shops this morning. And we get in the shops, and as soon as we get to the shops, I feel my wicked smile. And we're walking back, and Trudy, the meat lady, says, not much out today. Yeah, we don't have many markdowns today, maybe tomorrow 20. I was like, thanks, Trudy, have a lovely day. And we walk like 2 feet and turn, and there are my cutlets, 50% off. I just put an article on
trays.
Right, massive trays.
Beautiful.
Okay, at retail price, $30 a tray.
Yeah.
Right, we get them for 15.
Yeah.
Right, I won't buy $30 worth of meat for a meal.
Yeah.
I'll buy 15. And I'll be a glutton,
yeah.
right? So let's take it back to Hester. How do you imagine that? Imagine either your morning or your evening. Don't imagine being at work.
No.
Right? If you're at home and you're sitting down and you turn the TV thing on and you're sitting in your Ames chair drinking your coffee or your scotch or whatever, Hester, right? And you're sitting there and you see a show come on that, oh, cool. Yeah, either you were involved with or somebody you know was involved with or they were just chatting about it at work.
Yeah.
It's different than, oh yeah, the BBC, another show from the BBC, versus here's a show that my people made. I was just chatting with the guy that was involved with that today. You get it? Imagine what implies your wish is fulfilled. I didn't imagine walking up to the meat counter and seeing 50% off. No, I imagined the yum. And since I'm the guy that gets top shelf meats, where was the meat at, by the way?
Where was the meat?
Where was the meat?
In the Coles.
Yeah.
In the meat section.
Where at the meat section?
In the lamb.
In the lamb section. Where at in the lamb meat section? Up top.
Up top.
Up top, right?
Yes.
I get the top shelf at the ground meat prices.
Because it is. Because they are the lamb cutlets, like the trimmed French trim type ones. They're absolutely beautiful.
They're expensive.
They're really expensive.
Right? Boom. Right?
Yeah.
But I don't imagine that. What I imagine is the yum. You get it? When you know that it's the end of the day and you turn on the TV and you see the BBC program, you get it? And there's 1,000 other ways you can do this. But the big thing is always remember to imply what implies that you work there. You don't need to know what the office looks like.
No.
All you need to know is, your butt is in the chair, you're drinking your whiskey, and you're happy you're seeing the show. Get it? Something like that.
Yeah.
Cool. And Priya says, I have the same wish for Disney. Same thing, right? I mean, what's it like? You go home at the end of the day, you sit down, you're drinking your whiskey, and you had a great chat with the rat. Right?
Big rat.
You just remember you were at work and you and the big rat had a big chat. The one that wears the glove. You all know why Walt Disney put the glove on the rat, right? Because people were afraid of mice and rats, right? I mean, a 9-foot-tall mouse, little tiny child, fudge, man, run! But you put a little happy glove on it, right? Seriously, true story. Look it up.